Hi guys, welcome back to Gladys Kitchen. It's been such a long time. I know I said I was going to bring this tutorials together, but I've been so busy with the kids. But here we go. We're going to start by adding our onions and our leek together. So I used about half an onion for that. And now I'm adding my ginger and garlic paste, and you're going to bring it up together, stir it, fry it for about 3 minutes, I would say, or so. And then you would add your chopped tomato. I added about half of that tin of chopped tomato. You can also use plum tomatoes, whichever one you have should be fine. Or even if you have fresh tomatoes, you could use that as well, depending on how red or the concentrated of the tomato base that you want in your rice. But I used half of teaspoon. I use half of the tin of my chopped tomatoes. That's what happens when you talk too much and you want to do a voiceover at midnight when your kids are sleeping. So you cook that for about 10 minutes. And once the 10 minutes is done, you come back and check your pot. I didn't add any water before, but when you come back the second time to check whether the tomato is cooking well, you can add a little bit of water, let's say about half of a cup of water. So you can add the amount of water that you believe the stew needs at that time. So I added my green paste, and for the green paste I used, of course, leek, celery, thyme, rosemary. I also used a bit of green pepper and garlic and onion. So I added that into my tomato based sauce, and then you of course will let it cook. I added that was actually a lot of paste, let's say about 3 full spoon, the cooking spoon, the big ones of that paste. And you add your dry ingredients. I believe that's my mixed herbs that I put in there. If you don't have mixed herbs, that's fine. You can always add any dry ingredient that you have as herbs. And I'm adding now 1 teaspoon of my vegetable stock. So I'm going to add the vegetable one. I'll add about 2 teaspoons of the vegetable stock, and then I'll add 1 teaspoon of the chicken stock. You could add any seasoning that you have to your taste, of course, but this is what I used as my stock, the chicken stock and the vegetable stock. And then you cook that. You let that cook for altogether 15 minutes, depending on the amount of water that you added when you started cooking the base of the tomato sauce. So you let that cook for 15 minutes. You close your pot, and then when you come back and the sauce should be more or less cooked, and it would look like something like this. The oil will start rising to the top, the color would change. Then you add your vegetables. This is my green beans that I've chopped finely, and I'm also adding my sweet corn. You could use fresh corn, you could use the tin corn. I use the tin corn, the tin sweet corn, so you could use that as well. And for the vegetable, again, this is to your liking. Of course, you can twist this and make it your own and add maybe carrots to that as well, which I didn't do. And yes, let it cook, and then add your tuna. So I added 2 tins of tuna for this recipe. That was enough for me. The 2 tins of tuna was enough with the tomato sauce that I was making. And I also added just a little bit of water to rinse my bowl that had my vegetables. And you will cover and let it cook all together for 15 minutes. When you come back, everything should be ready and should be looking so delicious and smelling very nice, and it will look something like that. Your vegetables will probably won't be fully cooked, but it doesn't matter because it's going to keep cooking as you go along. So don't wait until the vegetable are mushy. It's not going to look so good. Once you will fry the rice together with the sauce. So now the sauce is ready. We're going to start frying our rice. In a pan, you add oil, the amount that you think will be enough for the amount of rice and stew that you have. So the amount of oil I have in my pan to fry together is equal to the amount of rice I cooked and also the stew that I cooked. Now you have to fry this rice, guys, otherwise your rice is going to spoil the next day, especially summer right now. So yes, definitely have to make sure that the rice fries completely, that the moisture is completely out of the rice. I cannot emphasize this enough. So yes, you add your rice, or you add your stew base first into the oils, and then you add your rice and you keep turning, and then you're going to keep adding the sauce and the rice together, and you just keep frying. So this is exactly what's going to keep happening. You just add the rice, you add the sauce, you keep frying until everything is fried and well combined together. And just like that, guys, our fried rice, tuna fried rice, it's ready to eat. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you for sticking with me, and please share, like and subscribe, and don't forget to come back. Bye.